Good evening. Right, good evening. What a day. And this book that we're going to talk about today has just come out of 2025. Now, we might have my grandson's be here and he's crying at the moment, so hopefully he goes to sleep when we do a meditation. But good evening. And a bit of a techno thing, managing to get StreamYard to go through at YouTube. And I really thought I'd never go through YouTube, but I wanted to. So I tend to be a bit like private Zoom groups. But good evening, welcome. Wow, what can I tell you? I've been working with Goddess Brigid for a long time. I work with various goddesses. I tend to work with Mary Magdalene, as you know. And you can see I'm looking at my light switches in the back of my head with the whatever. Right, so I tend to work with Mary Magdalene as a Mary Magdalene High Priestess. And when I started my journey with Mary Magdalene, we meet Brigid in bulk. And she was the one that I wrote about the most. Let's have a look. I've had a comment. Oh, good evening. Yes, Solar Plexus Nation. Good evening, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining us. And I'm hoping some more come in and find us here tonight. Yes. This is my new book. And, well, self-published by me, artwork by AI, but, everything else done by me. I'm a bit of a thing. I like to do it myself. I don't know if that's a control freak bit, but I like to do it myself. And I haven't written a book since the last book I wrote was Gaia's Healing Garden, which was in 2022. And for that launch, I went to a venue and we had cakes and it was lovely. And for this one, I planned it to be on my birthday. 62 years round the globe, round the sun. And this book was written very fast. And what I've had from Brigid is this energy is for now, for 2025 going forward. And there's going to be 3 books, which you'll find from the book. There's this one, we start with the flame. This includes information about Brigid, places she's linked with Ireland and Kildare, also with Scotland, with Iona, and also in Glastonbury, very linked with Glastonbury. And I feel that she was linked with a lot more places than just sort of Ireland and the Celtic sort of area with that. She seemed to be from a much wider area. Energy's coming with so much fire. And ever since in bulk, I've been in this writing fiery energy. And it was born. And it's been through a few edits, add this, add that. This is how these things happen, I'm sure, in the creative process. So this is the first of 3 books. With this, there is a link to a meditation which you can download off my website. There is a code. It's on my website at £10, but there's a free link with a code which you'll find right at the back of the book. People who buy the Kindle or the paperback can get the free meditation. We'll do a meditation tonight to connect with Brigid, and then I'm going to do another meditate. I've got a Facebook group, and it's about the I can't say this word, so I've got to practice this word tracheta, about the 3. That symbol of that tracheta is the symbol I want to use. So there are going to be 3 books, this book, then Sacred Wells, which I'm going to, or Sacred Waters, I think it'll be called. I'm going to start writing that book probably next week. I wanted to start it around the spring equinox, but I might start it next week. I've already got fleshed out the structure, and that's all about water. And then the third book, which will be Forge Alchemy, and that's going to be about how to work with the cauldron and the forge, transformational energy, working with fire and water, and all sorts of ways that we work with those for transformation. And that's going to be something quite beautiful, quite different. So with this, there is a meditation, but you can also book for a chi ball initiation. And I think if enough people want like a sort of a Zoom initiation, I can organise that. Hi, thank you for joining me. And yeah, and it's really exciting. So the energy is gorgeous. I mean, you could tell this with all the colourings because it's just really, the flame is an orange colour, and it's so powerful. It's such a beautiful energy. And I've put a bee in the background because the queen energy is so much involved with this. So welcome. So how many of you, has anybody worked with Brigid before? If you can leave a comment. I feel there's this soul's calling to share this work. And somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago, where's this coming from? Because I was writing like mad. And I just feel like it's just this massive heart-centered soul's calling. And I haven't linked orange flame, Brigid's flame, with a chakra because it just feels very heart-based, heart sacral. It feels rising from the sacred through the heart, but through the divine. And that's how it feels to me. It feels different to how sometimes flames have come in, because I do work with quite a few flames. So last year, oh, hi, Charlotte. Yes, recognise you. You're on my priestess course. Thank you. Lovely. Ah, brilliant. Yes, yeah. And I work with White Flame, and I'm writing the sequel to White Flame at the moment. Now, when I put my makeup on, my daughter said, "Oh, you look Egyptian," because I put some green under my eyes. And I said, well, I'm working with Isis at the moment with, oh, yes. So, Charlotte, did you enjoy the tree spirit meditations? Yes, with Brigid. Did you enjoy that? This is something else that that I do, Mary Magdalene Priestess course, Mary Magdalene High Priestess course. I teach White Flame, but White Flame tends to go out through my book, Sacred Temple of the White Flame, which is connected with the goddess Isis and Horus. The sequel that I'm writing at the moment is the Teacher Codes. Diamond, I mustn't get sidetracked here, but it's Diamond Flame energy and gold, and it's the Teacher's Codes. But so Goddess Brigid, here we go. This is the book. It's quite big. We've got 200 odd pages, put quite a lot of content in. There's lots of different bits and pieces. There's one of the things that's really, there's 215 pages. One of the things that's really nice is I've put in about weave in with light, weave in with the flame. Yeah, so I'm glad that you enjoyed. I run a tree spirit group with a co-host with a lady called Kerry Dawes that we do in Yoxall, Staffordshire, once a month. And the meditations are on the website for Alder, which we did in January, and Willow that we did in February. Yeah, so I do sort of multitask, lots of jobs. At the moment, I'm just writing like mad. So this is the book. It's on Kindle and it's also paperback. I haven't figured out hardback yet. I can do it, I just have to remember how to do it. Yes, so as I say, there's a free chi ball initiation to the energy, and this is I tend to get like energies coming, flames, and I get told to share. And sometimes traditionally might be put a course out, wait to see who joins it, etc. And I tend to be a bit impulsive. Um, and so I wrote the book so people all around the world could find the work, like whoever gets called to it, and then they can receive the initiation. And it is beautiful energy. So this we talk in the book about weaving with light. I'm going to do a different live, probably in the Facebook group. I shall, and that'll be about weaving with the light because that's just beautiful. Weaving with the light. Okay, so now how can you use this? You can use this, that you can receive the attunement, distance attunement to Goddess Brigid's sacred flame. And I see it as an orange flame energy, bright orange flame with gold in it as well, real traditional flame coloured. It's very fiery, it's very potent. Now you could use it to heal yourself. You could do self-healing if you're attuned to Reiki or something similar, or other energy healing. You can attune, you can use the healing on yourself. You can just call the energy up and use it on yourself. You can use the energy on other people. Now we normally say like you can't charge other people. This one hasn't got a stage 2, so this isn't exactly the same as Reiki that you have to do 1 and 2. So use your discretion. If you're a Reiki 2 practitioner or angelic Reiki or something else like that, you can add on this healing modality to what you already do. I don't know all the technicalities now about what people do, but it's really it's this sort of flame energy for personal transformation, personal healing. I mean, the way that I'm finding with it, it's pushing me, propelling me, it's changing. It's not changing me, it's giving me a bit of an acceleration. And we've got Mars has gone direct, but I've always been feeling that already. Yes, so it's beautiful. I've got a nice picture here, like of Brigid. So I really put these backgrounds on. So Brigid is known for this eternal fire, and she is poet. She is like the goddess of the poets. She's the goddess of for the smith craft. So we did learn more about that in book 3. And she's got warrior spirit. She's real big mother energy. She's got the bee energy. One of her symbols, and I should have brought that up. I got a lovely picture of Goddess Brigid with the swans. And that's really nice. And the swans represent your soul. So it's really beautiful energy, and it's very powerful energy. Has anybody else got any questions whilst we're... I've got a few bits here. I've got my white dragon, and I think now we've moved into the year of the snake. I shall have to get a snake. Got another big crystal here, green. Some of the colours with Brigid, there's a lot of green, a lot of earthy Celtic energy. I've got another crystal here, another showing me bits of crystals. And then this orange colour, and there's gold as well. With the gold comes a lot of alchemy. If you're buying the book through me, I had an offer on, you get a small gift. You get an oil. I'm making some oils with Brigid's oils. So you get like an oil that you can use for anointing or for your skin. Yes, that's the offer I've got on my book. And then I've also, on Facebook, I've got, I think it's on Instagram as well, I've got an offer, a giveaway. So if people share share the book, share pictures, share things about it. I've got a giveaway for a signed copy and a free gift and a ritual. Yeah, so it's all exciting. Yeah, yeah. I think you know what else I've got to tell you. Yeah, so it's the first of 3 books. I felt there's a soul's calling. That's what I felt, and I sometimes get this energy, and it feels like I need to share it globally, which is why it's come out through a book rather than sort of an in-depth long course. I do teach long courses. My Mary Magdalene Priestess course is a year-long course, and it's very deep, very transformational, beautiful energy. And but then sometimes we want to like bring in energy as it comes in. Yeah. So right. So baby's having a moment. So peace comes, even though with Brigid she comes in with the energy of the warrior. And I feel like she, with the smithcraft, would have been someone involved with like making weapons and that type of thing. But she comes in as this massive protection energy and for peace. She comes in with that energy of peace for all. But she's coming in with a lot of divine feminine pushing sort of me. Look at me, I'm on YouTube. What am I like? Pushing you to be seen, pushing me to be seen, and pushing this energy upwards, coming upwards and outwards. So let's go on a meditative journey for you to connect with Brigid, how she comes to you. She's a Celtic goddess, and she predates Christianity. But then when the Christians came, and they sort of about the 4th, 5th, probably 6th century into Britain, she was so well known as the goddess, as sort of the Celtic goddess, the old pagans, as the old gods, that the Christians made her into a saint. And I think, as I understand it now, that they decided they couldn't find the traces of actual historic information about her being born to the family of the people, the tribe of Danu. I do work a lot with Danu energy, so that explains a lot, especially when I'm working with the forest and the earthly energies. But the Christians decided they couldn't find this evidence, so they decided to take the saint part away from her. But you can't deny it. Her energy is embedded in sort of Ireland, Scotland, Britain, and I feel that she was wider than that. I think the Celts went right across Europe, and Brigid would have done that as well. Her energy would have been a little bit like her work with the goddess Isis, and she had hundreds of different names, and she had a massive following, not just in Egypt, but right across Europe. And this will be the same with Brigid, that she had such a following, and across so many different things as well. And she's a fertility goddess. She comes with Imbolc. We remember her with the snowdrops, and there's always this little bit now about snowdrops. So snowdrops were introduced into the United Kingdom in the 1700s. So the flower that would have been the first flowers of spring would have probably been the primroses. But sometimes it's like we say this. People say, "Oh, but snowdrops are lovely," and I love snowdrops, and I love the symbolism. And there is a huge energy, if you want to say, about believing in yourself, remembering your journey, remembering who you are, and and following into this huge energy if you can do it. And that's one thing that I always used to like to bring through when I was teaching in secondary schools, but also now as a spiritual teacher, that you can do things. And this is some of this energy from Brigid. So, got a nice little spray here. So we just sort of, this is like just a peace spray. This is a Phoenix Flames. So I think they're from Nottingham. I've met them at a couple of fairs. They do some really nice things. So this is peace. I don't know what's in it. It doesn't say, but it does smell lovely. And some of the essential oils that I've been picking up with Brigid are like sort of orange and frankincense and cinnamon, these warming essential oils. Right, so we'll just take a moment to go within, and we'll go and meet with Brigid, and you feel her energy and feel into that. So if you just close your eyes and go within, make yourself feel comfortable, and just take some nice deep breaths and go within. And see yourself with a beautiful, soft green, the colour of moss, mist all around you. And feel into this green mist. The green mist relaxes and transports you through time and space. The green is really associated with Brigid. Comes with the colour of spring, the colour of shoots, of leaves, and just as we're waiting for, in this part of the world, in the UK, for the trees to start bursting open, we might be starting to see these little buds on the trees and the catkins forming. So just going into the energy of this green mist and just feel it all around you. Soft green mist holds you, and then look down and see a path forming before you. And the path is golden. For so much about this journey with Brigid is the golden. It's working with the golden light. So start to follow the path. Notice what's on your feet. You may have sandals on, or trainers, or boots. Doesn't matter, or barefoot. And the path is like a golden gravel, golden texture, but it's comfortable to walk upon. And as you continue walking, you come across a small woodland, and in the woodland there is a clearing, and you go and walk into the clearing. And first you notice the trees. It is a grove of oak trees, beautiful oak trees, grove, and they are a little bit later into spring. There are leaves on them, and you see that fresh leaves of spring. And in the center of the grove there is a clearing, and you see the goddess. There stands Goddess Brigid, and you see her, and she's dressed in green and white. And you feel her energy as soon as you approach her. She feels like a friend, like someone you have known before, and like someone that you know well. Greet her like this. Let her touch your hands and greet her. and feel her energy come to you. She comes with this brilliant energy of vitality and spark and energy that you just feel this sort of bouncing energy about her, and just really feel all of that. And she holds your hands, and as she does so, you feel the magic within her, the energy within her. You feel that spark of energy flowing into your hands. You feel a sense of magic enchantment with her, and you feel a strength with her that you had long forgotten. She comes with the warrior spirit, but also she comes with the energy of the goddess of fertility, of the poets, the bards. She comes and she is the goddess for the ovates and the druids, and for many others. You see that there is a place to sit, and in the center there is a fire. And she says, come sit by the fire. And you feel other beings, other light beings, other seekers of the light, other keepers of the light, coming in with you in this sacred place in the grove. And she goes and she lights, the fire is lit, but it is just embers, and she puts another oak log onto the fire. And within a few moments, the flames are rising up, and you feel the warmth and the heat. And she chants over the fire, and she welcomes you to her fire, the eternal fire, sacred fire, the fire within the hearth, but the fire within our hearts. You see the flames rising, and you just feel the warmth of the fire. Just listen as she connects to you. As she comes to you, you might hear words, you might hear rhymes. This is the time we have come together. This is the time we walk together, and we meet in the grove, and we meet at the fireplace, and we come with the fire energy, and we come to the grove like we've joined so many times before in other lifetimes, when we've come to the place for the learning within the trees, and the place to relax and be with others like us, where there's always fire and warmth and company and learning. You can receive my fire to light your hearts within, to take you forward into this year for you is, and the coming years in your time is of great transformation. This year that you're in is a time of the great gatherings, of the great awakenings, the great coming together. And you will find you want to join more and more with like-minded people, people that understand you. Take this fire into your hearts and feel its glow within you. And you just feel this fire within your heart, flowing out into your heart, into your body, into your arms. Receive my flame. Receive my light. I feel like through my servant, I feel like this is who I am. Through my servant, you will learn to use this light for your own life. Blessings, many, many blessings upon you. Many, many blessings. From the fire, the passion grows. The passion in all ways within your life, be it through creativity, through your work, through your interests, through everything that you do with everyone else, through your family, your friends, your acquaintances. Let the fire burn through you. Let it awaken the fire within your heart to light you up like never before. And Brigid gives you a tiny bit of ash from the fire, a bit of the oak that's burnt into ash, and she puts it in a little vial for you. And she said the ash is something you can use and sprinkle sort of symbolically in your own fire, or symbolically hold for your own altars, for a place that's sacred for you. The ash holds energy of the wood from the grove, from the fire that burnt it through, and that magical, transformation that comes through the burning of the oak and leaving the white ash is as dust-like particles that is transformed from the fire. In the olden days, the ash would be kept and brought out again and added to the fire. And there are these traditions with this. You might like to burn something like some incense or something in a small little pot in a safe way and keep the ash. Now, Brigid offers you a scroll, and on the scroll there is a message for you, a spiritual message about your journey for your own spiritual development, your own awareness, your own journey on your path, whatever your path is. You want to settle with that a moment, and you may want to ask a question to Brigid and listen for the answer. I'll leave you with that energy with her for a moment so that you receive an answer. Your answer might come later or in your dreams, or you may talking with Brigid about divination. You might want to do some card readings and your answer to come in that way. So with your gratitude, thank Brigid for this connection with her. And take some nice deep breaths and just come back into the space, into the here and now. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining with me on today, my birthday. And I just said 35 on the clock, whatever that means. I like numbers, but I hope you enjoyed the book. If you've pre-ordered from me, I shall be getting them sent out this week. I've got them in from Amazon. I've just got to make the oils and get them labelled to send out. And if you haven't ordered the book, you can get it from Amazon or from my website. I've added a bit more on for postage. I mean, if you're on Amazon Prime, you probably might be cheaper to get it that way. But if you've ordered it through me, I have been giving away some oils and a little free gift. And I do have an offer on if you comment about the book, go into a draw to receive a ritual from me and a signed copy of the book. Yeah, so many blessings, and I hope you enjoyed the book. I've really enjoyed writing it, and I've started writing the sequel, which is all about water. And then the third book I hope to bring out in June. That's my plan for the summer solstice, to have the third book. So there should be, I feel like I'm a bit like going mad with writing, spending hours writing, but I have enjoyed it. And I've missed it, definitely missed it, because I was writing quite a lot in 2022. Yeah, so blessings, everyone. I hope you enjoy the book. If you've got any questions, you can find me on orarosetemple.com. There's lots of links on YouTube to my Amazon page. I've asked for this to be narrated into an audio book. That'll probably take 6 months, but it will become an audio book later. You can receive the initiation, and there's a meditation to go with this, another meditation, and I shall put in the Facebook group. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Can't wait. Yeah, yeah, and in the Facebook group I'll do a meditation to go to how to weave with the light. So when you've been attuned to the energy, we can weave with the light, and it is beautiful when you're weaving with the fire energy. And we do that through meditation, like through journeying, and it is beautiful. And we can do that for alignment. This energy is gorgeous for doing alignment with yourself and with a friend, with we can do about divinations with Brigid, calling her in with that energy. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your evening, and I'm going to see if my grandchild's going to bed now, and see you all soon. And thank you so much for coming. Just stepped out of my comfort zone to be on YouTube. I do post my videos on YouTube, but usually create them somewhere else. So the light fitting above my head, we'll have to figure that bit out another time. But good night to you. Good night with Brigid to you. And I work with a big light team I call the Council of Light. So good night from the Council of Light too. Many blessings to you before the dogs start barking. Thank you.